Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and our home team. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Ready? 70, Indy.
First carry for Royce Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
54, right there, 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Lock. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. They'll run for the first time with Hill. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
And partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time and take it out on the other team.
And he'll go down at the 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
Throwing on 1st down is Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Lock now on 3rd and goal. And that's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
That one goes for 24 yards. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And this team is coming in off of their open week, and to me, a pretty good time to have it, too, because it's pretty much right in the middle of the season. So I would think that they'll be pretty well rested and ready to go for the second half of the season. But even more importantly, they got a little bit of a mental break as well. That's going to help, too.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Well, look now at our starting defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Bradley Chubb. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the gun, Lawrence into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Well, look now at our starting defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
70, Indy.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Lawrence. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he finds Stills, complete. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down, Lawrence. He's got it to Williams. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Get it.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's got some space here. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6, and the Raiders have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
Let's get this all day.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. Catch made. It's Moreau.
Holding offense.
That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard.
56. Mike.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Bandit.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Raiders on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. From the gun, Lawrence. It's complete. Stills. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And Stills bringing it in. A gain of 6 there on first.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Down. 18 Gator.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Get it.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And he'll find Moreau here. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So on fourth down, out comes a Raider kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Blocked again here on 2nd and 10. Gets it off to Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he rifles one incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch the pass.
Go.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
And two stop.
Shouting through the defense. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw over the middle taken in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and now it's 2nd down. Now Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Back to throw. Lawrence.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. As far as the early games go on Sunday, we'll have our eye on Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A big one for the Chiefs as they'll match up against the Cleveland Browns. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off play action. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. on first down. It's Jacobs. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Running the toss here to Jacobs. Bulldozes past him. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down. It's Jacobs, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Lawrence.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every.
The Raiders swarm in and block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And they will have possession 1st and 10 inside the red zone at the 15. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
However form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
So out come the Raiders. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far.
A 28-yard attempt.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raiders defense getting ready. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Lock now on 1st down. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Freeman again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Clock now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
60 outlaw. 56. Get it.
Off the play fake, Lawrence. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
After the turnover, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders 17. Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. They'll run it. Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Like an egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they can't corral him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Blue dead. Check 50, check 50.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lawrence. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Right
56, Mike 56.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he finds Stills. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Check curls.
Shoot.
On first down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Lawrence. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On the set.
56 is the mic. Man, I got you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Dean Lowry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Let's go.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jacobs. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's caught over the middle by Fant. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman.
Cheetah.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let this go deep for Sutton, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, but it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Locke, he's got Freeman here. It's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Block now to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. They'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Broncos send out their punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Spins by. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Here we go, D. It's just me.
Get it.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And this is incomplete.
Ready, set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off play action, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. He's got his tight end fan. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Hill. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it with Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. It's complete. Stills. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll look to throw. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Gallman. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
70, Indy.
2nd and 2. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now Drew Lock and the Broncos. Down 28-27, 23 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Lock. Open man is Bourne. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Lock. He's got a man, it's Sutton, that's complete. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This will be from 53 for the win. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win. Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game. So for the home team here, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for